Good morning, George, mate. I hope you're well. We are back with another check-in today, week number 34 or 35, one of the two. It'll say in the title of this, so you'll be able to know. Not a bad week. In fact, not a great week. I've had better weeks for sure. I'll get into that now, obviously. So I don't really feel like I've really, achieved anything this week. It's been a bit meh, to be honest. And I'll get into why. So that's why in the winter of the week my sleep is slowly improving. I haven't been waking up as much. I've had a bit more. Yeah, I've been sleeping a bit better. Like last night was very good. Had a very good night's sleep. So that's positive. But apart from that, I don't really feel like I've achieved much. To be perfectly honest with you, mate, it's not been ideal. Is what it is. In terms of training, so I trained push on Sunday. And I had to rush the session a little bit, so I didn't have much rest time, and obviously we got quite a bit of pressing in those sessions. So the issue I've had is I didn't warm up my lower back properly. So when I was arching my back to press, it kind of messed up my lower back a little bit. Not really, but it just made it a little bit twinged, and it wasn't ideal. So I've been, over the past few days, I've actually taken the last 3 days off training, because if I felt like if I just did anything else, it wouldn't be ideal. It would just make it worse. So I haven't wanted to. I've wanted to train, but yeah, it's been quite. I just decided to do the smart decision and not train. But I am going to train today. I'm training pool today, which will hopefully be a good session. I'm thinking that maybe if I get a little bit of blood flowing through my lower back, a bit of active recovery, it might help a little bit more. So fingers crossed that would be good. So yeah, literally all I've trained since last speaking to you on the check-ins has been push, and it wasn't a great session. It wasn't ideal. To be honest with you, we checked the weather app, and the weather said it was like -1 degrees, but because of the wind, it made it feel like -8, and it was absolutely fucking freezing, and I could barely even move. So trying to train in conditions where it's so cold, your muscles aren't really warming up properly. It's not really ideal. And I'm hoping it's going to be a bit better today, but it probably won't be, to be honest. But oh well, gotta make it work either way. But yeah, -8. That was not ideal. My girlfriend was just sat there freezing to death. I couldn't even take my jumper off. Normally I bang out a couple of sets of something, I'll be more than warm enough to take my jumper off. I'll just be standing there in a t-shirt, even if it's 0 degrees, I'll be warm, but I couldn't even do that. So it's been a bit difficult in that respect, and I feel like, obviously I've got the pec flies before I press. I feel like that made me slightly weaker at pressing. My top set of 102 kilos on incline bench wasn't as strong. I struggled a little bit more with it. But saying that, also it was incredibly cold, and because of that my head wasn't fully in the game. It's just one of those days, really. So we could put it down to that. We could put it down to the pec flies. Who knows? Probably down to that more than anything. I don't think the pec flies would affect it too much. If anything, might even help. Get a bit of blood flowing through the muscle. But who knows? I reckon it was just the fact it was so cold and my head wasn't fully in the game. What else we got here? So yeah, that's been my week of training. Bit shit, to be honest, but my macros have been really, really good. I've actually gained weight. My scales are being so fucking annoying. Like, as soon as I stand on the scales, it just says error or some shit like that. It says error, and then I have to step off the scale, stand on it again, it'll say error again, and then eventually it'll give me a fucking reading. So it's not the best, but I can't really afford to switch out at the moment, which is why I've only really weighed myself today. But I did weigh in at 84.3 kilos, so pretty happy. The goal, obviously, for us was to gain weight with the added food, and I can say for certain I definitely have gained weight. So we'll keep that going. Once I get paid, I will try and get myself a different set of scales. I don't know how much they are. I haven't really checked, to be honest. But yeah, money's a little bit tight for me at the minute. But yes. What else we got here? But yeah, like I said, I've been doing yoga, I've been doing, massage, gunning my back, different stretches here and there, definitely helping my back recover. So it's feeling pretty good today, and after this check-in, I'm going to go down and do more stretching and shit like that, so should be okay. In terms of nutrition, you can see in my data collection, like, it's been pretty fucking good. Like, the only struggle I've had on certain days has been getting the full 250 grams of protein. Like, the only reason this is so low is because I had a fucking massive meal off plan. But yeah, like, getting the full 250, like, it's a lot of protein, isn't it? Like, I'll get used to it for sure. I'll definitely get used to it, without a doubt. But I just need to find ways of adding in additional protein. I mean, technically speaking, if I'm having 5 meals a day, 50 grams each, shouldn't be a problem. But somehow I've struggled a little bit. I'm not sure, maybe some meals were like 35 grams of protein, I don't know. But I'm going to work on that this week. That's my goal. This week is to work on that and make sure I'm nailing that part down. But apart from that, the macros have been very good. And, we've seen an increase in scale weight, so happy days, I guess. Happy days. Apart from that, pretty good. Everything else, really. Stimulant use, haven't really had anything, to be honest. Especially because I've hardly trained, no pre-workouts or anything. Appetite's still in a very, very good position. I can eat anything. Literally, I can fucking munch as much as I like, and I won't feel, full. I mean, the other day I had a meal off plan. I had fucking 2 large McDonald's meals and a fucking large fries as well. 3 hours later, I was like, fuck it, let's eat a chicken and rice. That's pretty crazy, but my digestion seems to be fine, so that's good. Seems to be good. General mood, okay, I'm alright, I'm been better, been worse. I just want the gym back, to be perfectly honest with you, mate. It's training out in the fucking snow is not ideal. It's a bit fucking dead, as you can probably imagine. It's really shit, but we gotta make it work, and I will make it work. I do make it work, but it's not ideal. And I'm thinking, like, I always have that thought in my head of, imagine if the gym's never closed. Imagine what my physique would look like if I was still in the gym. And I think there would be quite a big difference. But, we're still making progress. We're still doing as much as we can. So I think that's the most important part. As you say, I should be proud of myself, and I am. I am proud of myself because I'm doing a heck of a lot more than what a lot of people would. I'm doing as much as I can, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough in terms of what I want, in terms of the progress I want to be making. But there's not really much I can do about that, so I shouldn't really beat myself up over it. But I'm like, in terms of sleep's improved slightly. Like I said before, it still hasn't been ideal. This is actually an old one. But it still hasn't been ideal. I have been waking up a little bit, but it's been a lot better than it was, so it's improving. I realised it's far too hot in my room, so I've opened the window at night, and last night I slept like a fucking baby, so very good. Apart from that, that's everything I really need to say, mate. I think I've gone over everything. I hope you're okay anyway. I hope you've had a good week. Obviously, you said on your Instagram that you're the best physique-wise you've ever looked. So I look forward to seeing the photos. I don't know if you've uploaded them yet, but I look forward to seeing them anyway. Your numbers are flying up, I can imagine, in the gym, and I'm jealous. But yeah, I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're I don't know what I'm fucking saying. Anyway, yeah, I shall speak to you soon. Have a good day, mate, and yeah, see you later.